Whether you dream of a simple life out in the countryside, fancy yourself as an ace pilot, or just really want to get some nice lawns in order, Xbox Game Pass is chock full of weird and wonderful simulation games for you to try. So, here are a few of our favourites.
Any conversation about simulations has to start with everyone's favourite digital dollhouse, The Sims. Really, The Sims is just about guiding your virtual pals through the challenges we all face in everyday life. Getting a job, staying healthy, building relationships, and generally trying to have a good time. But thanks to the incredible range of choices it opens up in what sort of life your Sims lead, the possibilities really are endless. And the choices have never been wider than they are in The Sims 4, where you can help your Sims become international celebrities, introduce them to realm of magic, or add a dash of paranormal activity to their lives. With an Xbox Game Pass subscription, you even get a major discount on all of the zany expansion packs, so the possibilities really are endless. Most importantly, whether you're trying to raise the most successful sim of all time or just sowing chaos to watch the drama unfold, you never quite know how things are going to play out. Just like the real thing, life in The Sims 4 is like a box of chocolates. Although some of those chocolates may turn you into a vampire or burn your house down.
And if The Sims 4's cottage living pack has you feeling all rustic, you'll also find a whole world of agricultural adventure waiting for you on Xbox Game Pass. Those looking to really get their hands dirty should get stuck into Farming Simulator 19, featuring meticulously recreated machineries from brands like John Deere and a ton of different crops to grow. This is far and away the most realistic farming experience you're gonna have without picking up a pitchfork. For a slightly more whimsical and 2D approach to country life, Stardew Valley is a classic farming sim where you have to restore your grandfather's fields to their heyday. And if you happen to fall in love with some charming farm girl or farm boy along the way, well, that's even better. And to take things to an even zanier place, we've got Slime Rancher, which is pretty much what it says on the tin. There's a whole bunch of slime, and it's your job to ranch it. Turns out that raising a field full of gelatinous critters is actually really satisfying, and we can't wait to have some more flubbery fun when Slime Rancher 2 arrives day one on Xbox Game Pass later this year. For all the latest updates on it and all the other amazing titles heading Xbox woods in 2022, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell.
But if a ranch full of sheep, cows, or slimes doesn't quite sound exciting enough for you, how about packing it out with prehistoric monsters instead? Jurassic World Evolution lets you open up your very own dinosaur-filled theme park, with the goal of making it the most successful prehistoric play park in town. That means setting up different attractions and continually researching bigger and badder dinos to keep your audience entertained. To get it even funkier, you can also genetically alter the DNA of the lizards in your park to create all kinds of new variations. Oh, and if you don't want things to turn out the way they have done in every single Jurassic Park movie ever, maybe also spend some time working on the park's security. If you're in the mood for a business simulation with a difference, Jurassic World Evolution is the way to go. And if you ever manage to exhaust the game's full supply of prehistoric fun, you can pick up last year's Jurassic World Evolution 2 on the Xbox Store to continue making a mockery out of the laws of nature.
If you're ambitious though, the idea of lording it over a theme park or a farm might not be enough for you. So, how about an entire island? In Tropico 6, your goal is to raise your tropical paradise up into a bustling modern metropolis by whatever means necessary. The island can be molded into an egalitarian dream where everyone's needs are met, an industrialist nightmare that squeezes every last drop of profit out of its people, or a full-blown military dictatorship, complete with heavily armed police blimps to watch over those pesky citizens. No matter which direction you go in though, you'll find that Tropico 6 is a constant balancing act. Building up your military will protect you from foreign invaders, but it will also raise tensions back home, while spending all your money keeping the locals happy might leave you vulnerable to attack and place your economy in jeopardy. It's exactly this sort of hair-tearing, plate-spinning gameplay that we come to Management Sims 4, and Tropico 6 is sure to have you agonizing over each decision in just the right way.
On the other hand, maybe you'd prefer Management Sim where your decisions aren't actually a matter of life and death, like Football Manager 2022. Although some fans of the beautiful game might disagree about that. The latest entry in the acclaimed series puts you back in the dugout with more facts, figures, and options at your fingertips than ever before, as you try to lead your team into a new golden era. The shiny new data hub provides you with the sort of obsessively acquired statistics that the elite clubs use to devise their game plans in real life. While the backroom staff system has also been given a revamp to make your underlings a whole lot more helpful. Of course, no matter how many numbers you crunch or tactical meetings you sit through, sometimes you'll still be undone by a surging Adama Traore run or Harry Maguire slapstick routine. And if we're being honest, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Simulation games are great if you want to carefully build something up from the ground, planning out each new development to steadily create the most efficient farm, city, or football team ever known to man. But they're also great if you just want a low-stakes sandbox in which to watch all hell break loose. Goat Simulator and DEEER Simulator are both firmly in the latter category, providing you with a furry, four-footed friend to play as and a bunch of wacky environments to send them rampaging through. Goat Simulator is kind of like a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, only rather than a skateboarder, you're playing as a goat, with a serious lack of self-preservation instincts, careening around in an attempt to cause as much destruction as possible. DEEER Simulator, on the other hand, is actually even more nonsensical as you go cloven-toe to cloven-toe with Shaolin sheep, transforming bears, and all sorts of other bizarre enemies over the course of your rampage. If you're looking to blow off some steam with a bit of mindless destruction, these are the Sims for you.
If you have fond childhood memories of enacting massive battles with your action figures down on the floor, then Totally Accurate Battle Simulator is sure to get you feeling all nostalgic. And even if you don't, its ludicrous slapstick brawls are still absolutely hilarious to witness. The premise of tabs is pretty simple. You and your opponent set up your forces across the vast open map and then send them charging into battle. Thanks to the game's ragdoll physics, watching them wail on each other is always a total delight, where things never really go according to plan. But where things get really wild is the absolute freedom the game gives you to pluck soldiers from across human history and chuck them down on the same battlefield. Maybe you didn't know that you wanted to see 30 ninjas take on a woolly mammoth, but I promise you absolutely want to see 30 ninjas take on a woolly mammoth. And thanks to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, you can.
I'm going to be honest with you, when you tell your friends that your new favourite game is called Lawn Mowing Simulator, they might giggle. They might poke fun at you or ask you for a serious answer because, you know what, they just don't understand. They don't understand the simple pleasure of converting a ragged patch of overgrown weeds and unkempt lawn into a perfectly manicured slice of verdant perfection. They don't understand the intricate maneuvers required to ease a mower into those hard-to-reach areas, the perfectly steady hand required to maintain maximum efficiency without overloading the machine's delicate systems. They don't understand the meticulous tactical work that begins even before the motor has been revved, as you decide whether this patch of grass requires a mulcher, a discharger, or a roller to paint its surface in elegant grassy tiger stripes. Most of all, they don't understand the state of pure zen which can be achieved by gliding across a green surface and bringing the chaos of nature into perfect order. So try to respond kindly, these poor fools deserve your sympathy.
If you're looking for a hyper-realistic simulation to get a hands-on feel for what life as a surgeon is really like, then Surgeon Simulator 2 probably isn't the way to go. At least, I really hope not. But if you're looking for a dose of first-person, physics-based hilarity, then the slapstick sim is absolutely the game for you, giving you the chance to hack and slash your way through one surgical procedure after another, in comically clumsy fashion. And with the addition of multiplayer, Surgeon Simulator 2 is sure to be even more gleefully chaotic than the first. And for another lighthearted take on the healthcare sector, 2 Point Hospital is a business simulation which puts you in charge of the whole building full of folks suffering from things like literal lightheadedness, where their entire skull turns into a light bulb, and the dreaded animal magnetism, where the patient ends up with furry critters stuck all over their body. Although if laughter really is the best medicine, everyone should be okay. However, if you're interested in the business of body parts that aren't so fussed about the whole helping people side of things, then you might be cut out for the fast-paced world of intergalactic organ trading. By building relationships, trading wisely, and generally having no moral compass whatsoever, you could rise to the very top in Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. On Xbox Game Pass, we've got the lot, allowing you to jump straight into the driving seat of whatever kind of vehicle you've always wanted to go for a joyride in, without the potential for massive property damage or criminal charges that would come with doing so in real life. Last year saw Microsoft Flight Simulator gliding onto Xbox Series X and S, giving next-gen gamers the chance to check out the flight sim, which has already captured the hearts of their PC brethren. Using photogrammetry to produce an incredibly lifelike world for you to explore, Microsoft Flight Simulator is the sort of game you could spend hours just gliding around in. And if you're looking to step things up a gear, SnowRunner is a brutally realistic off-road sim that has you driving great big trucks into places where only great big trucks can go. Plowing across flooded streets, smashing through snowstorms, and clambering along some of the most precarious terrain ever to have tyre marks left on it, SnowRunner will put your off-road skills to the ultimate test. But if that all sounds a little bit too intense, you can enjoy the more relaxed pace of Train Sim World 2. With a host of intricately recreated locomotives to work with, this sim is ideal for train spotters as well as anyone who just likes getting things organised. Plus, no matter how horrible a person you are in the rest of your life, people will still be able to say, well, at least they made the trains run on time.
Maybe our whole world is really just one big simulation, who's to say? But even if it is, there's a ton of perfectly simulated fun to be had in any one of these simulation games. And there will be plenty more great titles on the way to Xbox Game Pass in the coming weeks and months. So don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for all the latest news. Bye!